What's up, everybody? Steve Butts here with my close personal friend, Dan Stapleton.
That's me.
How you doing, Dan?
I'm all right.
I'm all right, too, because we're getting ready to look at the new trailer for XCOM, Enemy Within. This is a new expansion, standalone expansion, expand-alone, I've heard.
It's expand-alone on consoles, on Xbox 360 and on PlayStation 3. It is a add-on on PC.
Well, that's fantastic. I mean, we're both big fans of the original XCOM and the remake that 2K did last year. So super excited to see some of the new content here. We're going to be seeing in this trailer some new enemy types. This, for example, Dan.
Yeah,
this guy here.
This guy has never been seen before. This is called the Seeker, which I saw a flying around thing with tentacles, and I thought that's got to be like their version of the tentaculat, which from Terror from the Deep. But that's not actually what it is. I'm actually a little bit disappointed that it's not.
Yeah, the tentaculat was what? It was like a brain with a beak on it and like sort of appendages.
And it was a chrysalid that could effectively fly because it was underwater.
Right.
I was hoping that this was like a new amphibious variety, but these guys are not. They're not quite that mean, but they are mean. So what they do, let's watch them do their thing here. They are stealth, which makes them the only stealth enemy in XCOM so far. And
describe it back there. What do you do? He bit that guy in the face or something?
That's right. So they do have a ranged attack, but their primary thing is a melee attack, and they work kind of the same way as some of the Left 4 Dead zombies in that these guys don't kill you right away. They pounce on you and they mobilize you. So the thinking behind that is that they want you to keep make separating a soldier from the rest of the squad very dangerous.
Oh, I see.
So if he latches onto you and immobilizes you, you can shoot that guy off if you get somebody there in time.
I see. Okay, so it emphasizes sort of keeping your squad a little more together. That's cool.
Right, and that's going to be harder to do in this one because of the way the Meld canisters work, and that's the resource that allows you to do some of the cool new stuff in here, which we'll see in a moment.
Okay, fantastic. So yeah, we heard about the Meld. The Meld is one of the new resources in this, and if you get enough of that, you can use that to upgrade your soldiers, right?
Right, and here's the other new enemy which we have seen previously. This is the Mechtoid. So it is a sectoid, which are the little gray aliens.
Yeah, you can see the little gray alien head there inside the suit at the very top.
He's kind of adorable.
He's kind of cute in this, I got to admit.
But this makes him pretty badass. Like they start off as like the weakest enemies in XCOM, and then like they're coming back later on in the game as a pretty badass mech. And they are not quite as heavy as the sectopods, but they have these double plasma cannons. Which gives them the ability to fire twice in a turn, which is similar to the bullet storm ability on the heavy. So they can fire twice, or they can fire and then move.
Now, I see the other sectoid behind him there. Is there any sort of support action between these two guys like there was in the original game?
Yes. So if the sectoid mind melds with or mind merges, I forget what the term is, but if he uses his psychic link with the Mechtoid, it doesn't do the same thing as it does with two sectoids. He will get a shield, like an energy shield that protects him. And if you kill the support sectoid, it does not kill the Mechtoid.
Oh, that was my favorite part of the old game. You find the guy who was sending out the mental energy, and you just kill him and get rid of all of them.
Yeah, but I mean that will still be important because it will allow you to kill the Mechtoid more easily. All right, let's move forward here. And this is where they're talking about Meld, which is the new resource that allows you to both upgrade your guys into mechs and genetically engineer them, genetically enhance them. So this guy, you can see his eye there is yellow, so he's got some kind of ocular enhancement. He's also probably got some other fancy stuff going on. And
you would pick these, I guess, like you pick the specializations for the regular classes, like it's an either-or thing. Do you want the cool optic eye, or do you want the double heart so you can have more damage resistance?
Each slot has two options. So there are two options to enhance your eyes, two options to enhance your heart, two options to enhance your legs, two to enhance your skin, and I forget what the last one is, but your brain. And we'll actually see that in action, the brain.
And does that move the player away from the class that he's already developed? So it's suddenly like a whole new progression system, and you lose the rockets or smoke grenades or whatever else you have?
Not with the genetic enhancement. That goes on top of this. But with the mech soldiers, which we will see shortly, here we go. The mech soldiers moves you away from that.
Okay.
And there are 3 tiers of mechs. This guy looks like either light or medium mech soldier here. There are 3 tiers of them, and you can upgrade them as you go. Basically, what you do is you build a mech lab, and you can take any soldier who already has a class. You can take any soldier and bring him over to the mech class, and he gets a passive ability or some kind of ability based on what his class was. But now he's a mech class and has a whole new tree.
But it has to be a soldier that's already had a class. You can't hire a bunch of rookies, cut off their arms and legs, and stick them in these mech suits.
Right. You can't do that. They have to have gotten their class. Also, it's very expensive, and it costs you a lot of meld plus a lot of other resources. And you'll probably have to research some Mechtoid action to get that happening.
So wait, you're using the meld for both of these new classes?
Yes.
Or I guess the genetic engineering is not a new class, but it's a new ability, right?
It's a new tree of upgrades. One of the things about the genetic engineering ones, though, is if you upgrade a guy in one direction, like you make that choice. If you don't like it, you can switch. So you can go back and redo it. You have to pay for it, but you can do it.
You can't do that when you cut off somebody's arms.
Yeah, there's no going back from the mech tree. And so here we're seeing some of the mechs do some melee action, beating the snot out of a. You're going too fast here.
Yeah, go back here. This is new, a flamethrower.
Yeah, this is the first flamethrower in XCOM Enemy Unknown. Actually, there were no flamethrowers in the original either.
I don't think there were any flamethrowers in any XCOM that I remember playing.
Yeah, I don't think so. I'm not sure about Apocalypse. I forget. There might have been.
I don't count that one.
Right.
So we saw the flamethrower before. This guy has an interesting attack, and I guess this would be the alternate for the advancement tree. Do you want the flamethrower, or do you want this? This is like a rocket punch this guy has.
Yeah,
huh?
it seems very Pacific Rim inspired. I don't know. They may have come up with this beforehand. We'll actually see more of this at the end of the trailer, but it is a super-powered melee attack. And that looks like it will do a fair amount of damage. Wham.
Nice.
And okay, so then you got flamethrower, and here you have one of the genetic enhancements. This guy has his legs enhanced. They actually told us. Let's get back to that. So they actually told us what the 2 options for the legs are. This is one of them. The other one is it can regenerate some of your health. It's a bone marrow enhancement.
Okay.
So it will automatically regenerate your health to a point. This one allows you to jump up there. Basically, it allows you to go up the side of any building just like you would if there were a ladder or a storm pipe, but you don't need that anymore.
Gotcha.
So this guy is much more mobile. It also kind of works the same way as a skeleton suit, which has the grappling hook,
Right.
but the grappling hook can make you go laterally. So there would be a point in giving one of these guys a skeleton suit, but it would be kind of wasted on him.
This is a great idea for snipers and things like that. Get them up on the roofs.
That's
right
right,
away.
especially since they have that elevation advantage. Okay, so here we're about to see a brain enhancement. So this sectoid commander is either trying to mind control him or hit him with panic or something like that. But he has a brain enhancement that allows him to actually it not only increases his resistance to psychic attacks, but it actually counters them. So this sectoid is about to take some damage. So that will not always protect your guy from a successful attack, but it will counter them. The other one makes it so that if your guy is successfully mind controlled, he doesn't get mind controlled. He doesn't get turned against you. He just gets knocked out for a little while.
Oh, that's super helpful. That's the one thing that annoys me most is when one of my guys gets mind controlled. Because
it's kind of like the mind shield from the original XCOM. So here we've got more Seekers getting blown away by a mech, which has a minigun attachment. That's the basic weapon of the mech. They also get as they upgrade, they get a rail gun and then a particle gun of some kind.
And here we see a mech trooper facing off against a Mechtoid.
Yeah, this is a flash of big metal Titan dudes, and just beating the crap out of each other. There it is. Wham.
I'm really hoping that those are the cinematics we can expect to see. Because that was one of the big things. Yeah, one of the big things about the previous game was just getting that shoulder level view of the action.
Right, and that's it's what kicks in when you initiate an attack, and that is what we're told we can expect to see most of this stuff actually in the game. That we're told this is in engine.
Very cool.
So, in the same way that a lot of the ones of the sectoids perking up when you come across them.
That's awesome. So what do you know about Enemy Within, just in terms of the title? What does that signify? Anything that we saw in the trailer here?
Well, it's a theme basically. They're saying that you are now taking the enemy technology and integrating it into your soldiers. So it is a within your own soldiers is the enemy in a very basic level. So it's not necessarily like infiltrators or anything like that. When I asked them, will there be a base defense mission? They wouldn't deny it. So that's to me that's as good as a confirmation that there will be a base defense mission. But overall, the structure of Enemy Within will be very similar to Enemy Unknown.
That's awesome. Well, fantastic, Dan. Thanks so much for sharing these insights with us. For everything XCOM Enemy Within related, keep it locked to IGN.